Hey YouTube, it's your boy Repugnant Man, and I'm doing a new video today. Now I know it's been a while since I've done a video. It's been about a month. I kind of fell off the game. VGC content wasn't really doing it for me, but now that Series 6 is out and a bunch of the top Pokemon are banned, I'm really getting back into it. Today's video is not really VGC related, but it is Pokemon related. I don't know if you guys seen the show Twilight Wings on YouTube. It's done by Pokemon, the Pokemon channel. It's like 7-minute videos of like little episodes. It's really well done, really enjoyable. Today I want to do a tier list of this show, so let's get into it. Alright guys, so episode 1. Just right off the bat, I'm going to say episode 1 is B tier. It's a good way to start the show, but it doesn't have the same impact as the other episodes. It does have a really strong theme of like following your dreams. That's done really well. The Corviknight in the episode is outstanding. I think it's the first animated version of Corviknight that we get to see. However, I think this episode is stronger when you binge the whole thing because you see the evolution that the kid goes through of what he wants in his hopes and dreams and what gets done by episode 7. So it's good in that sense. I think it's just a little slow because it's just starting up. You know, it's showcasing the animation, but you'll see a lot of the other episodes are better. So that's why it's B tier. Alright guys, episode 2, we're just going to say episode 2 is S tier. This is the best episode out of the whole series. It's the best episode since the show's inception, we'll say. And I really like this episode because it reminds me of one of my favorite movies, the movie Whiplash. And that is a movie about a drummer who wants to be the best drummer he can be. And by doing so, he practices so hard every day that he starts to neglect his social relationships, the people he loves and all that, to do one thing. This is just like the gym leader Bee in this episode. She really wants to beat Leon and be the champion, and in doing so, she forgets about what really matters in her life, which is the love of her Pokemon, you know, and the relationships that she has. In a 7-minute episode, it just hits that theme so well, like to the point of like bringing you to tears. How awesome it's and how well it's done. And throughout the episodes, the animation's awesome. You get to see Bee fighting with all the different versions in the Machamp line. And then she goes inside this cave, and then the animation is just awesome. It's the best that Pokemon has ever put out. So I think that episode, the theme just hits really hard. Fighting type Pokemon are one of my favorite typings. Bee is an awesome gym leader. And you'll just see by watching it that this is, in my opinion, this is the best episode. Alright guys, episode 3 for me was another easy S tier. Now this episode showcases the relationship between Hop and his Wooloo. And the episode's titled Buddy. And that theme, again, it hits really hard. It's about Wooloo not thinking that he or she is good enough for Hop and kind of runs away, comes back, and the way that it's done is perfectly done. If this episode doesn't bring you to tears, then you probably don't have a heart or a soul. But this episode is really great just because it brings out that emotion in Pokemon fans. And when a show can do that in 3 to 6 minute long videos, I think that's just really well done. So episode Buddy is not as good as episode 2, but it's still S tier in my opinion, just because of the emotion it brings out. Alright guys, episode 4 was real good. This was, I think, my second favorite episode, so I put it in front of the Wooloo episode. And this episode is awesome because it also reminds me of another one of my favorite movies, Disney's Mulan. And I'm talking about the animated version of that movie. I haven't seen the live action one. I hope it's good. But it reminds me of Mulan because here we see gym leader Nessa, and she's being very reflective because that big boss guy, I forgot his name. What's his name? Oh yeah, Chairman Rose. So big boss guy Chairman Rose goes up to Nessa and he's like, "Hey, I see you're a model and you lost today's battle." He's like, you know, he's basically telling her like, "Hey, pick one. You know, what are you gonna be? Either be a model, do that. If you're gonna be a gym leader and be good, then do that." And he kind of forces Nessa to kind of be reflective and look in on herself, just the way Mulan does in that movie. Whether she wants to be take the normal role that a woman should take, concubine in China, or sort of be this warrior. And that's kind of the position that Nessa's put in. She's either between being a model or being a strong trainer. After doing some reflection and what's going on with the Phoebus and the Melodic in the episode, you get to see that she can do both. And I think the fact that Melodic is in the episode, the way this theme is hammered out so well, and it just tells you what the theme is too at the end of the episode. That's what I really like about this series, is when it focuses on a theme, it'll hammer it home. So this is an S tier episode for all those reasons. It reminds me of one of my favorite movies. Amazing animation, Melodic is beautiful, and wow, great episode. You guys are gonna love this one. So episode 5 is titled Assistant. Now this one was a little tough for me because I was trying to figure out kind of what it really meant, what the episode was about, and it's really about Oleana, and she's the assistant for Chairman Rose. It seems like she's getting overworked. It seems like she's not too proud of what she does. It seems like she's kind of doesn't like it, but the theme of maybe overworking herself or something didn't really hammer itself home, and at the end I didn't really get what it was trying to do. I think it's just an episode showcasing Oleana and what her life is like, but there's nothing more to it than that. That's why I'm putting it in D tier. If maybe it showcased a little bit more about her and her Pokemon, because I know she has that trash bag Pokemon, something like that would have been cool. Something about her life, I'd like to learn more about her. I don't think it did that well, so I'm putting that one in D tier for sure. Actually, guys, I want to make a quick rebuttal. I actually think this episode had one of the best moments in the whole series, and that was Mr. Rhyme tap dancing. So we're going to put that in God tier because that was awesome. It's the best part of the episode. Alright, guys, episode 6 is titled Moonlight, and it's about friendship again. Not so much between a Pokemon and a person, but between a person and a person. I think this episode was A tier for me. When I first watched it, it wasn't that good. I recently saw it again, and it hits home a little harder for me. I think the ghost type gym leader is really hesitant and cool. The fact that he has the Gengar evolution line is also pretty cool. But it also just the way that that the episode ties up the relationship between the two boys and how they want to work together to be the trainers. I know it's really cliche because like every Pokemon game is about a young prodigy going to be a trainer, but this one actually showcases someone in a hospital who doesn't have much hope, and by the end of the show they don't necessarily become a trainer, but you start to think about what they might be like one day when they become a better trainer. So this episode really helps as a stepping stone for what we see in the last episode, and just how these two, I would call them protagonists, are going to grow. There's also some theories online that his friend, that the one with the dark hair, is actually a ghost. So that would be pretty cool if that came into fruition. Who knows? I really hope they continue this show, honestly. But yeah, I'd rank that episode in A tier now that I'm looking at it. And actually, I'd probably rank this one down here as well. Probably be like this. Yeah, so we're going to edit that like that. Alright guys, so episode 7. This episode is titled Sky, and man, what an amazing episode. I really love this one. It's so close. I think between the Machamp episode, episode 2 and episode 7, I think they're neck and neck. I'd like them both, I would say, equally. Now the episode starts out really slow actually. It's pretty slow, but as soon as Leon and the kid get on the Corviknight and they start riding, oh man, it's amazing. I'm like picturing myself on that Corviknight riding it, man, it'd be so cool. So that happens. That's amazing. Then the battle happens. Leon challenges the kid. He's like, one day, like when you're a trainer, we're gonna battle. And then the battle sequences that go on after that, they're just really cool. You can see all the moves that the Pokemon are using. It looks like Goodra uses Surf. It looks like Aegislash uses King Shield, retaliates, KOs it. Then we got the Flygon versus the Dragapult, and then the Dralidon starts using Draco Meteor, and it's really cool. And yeah, I really love the episode and the music and everything. And at one point you see the kids, he's watching the battle, and then the sky flashes behind him. It's kind of like that same feeling when you're battling as when you're free and bonding with Pokemon like that. I guess that's what it's like, and he realizes that, and I think that's what's going to make him a really good trainer, is that he has a strong connection with his emotions. He's kind of like Leon, he's exactly like Leon. So yeah, it's cool, and I just really enjoyed it. And it also hammers home the theme that you can do anything that you want if you set your mind to it. And I think that's what this kid is going to do. Hopefully it doesn't end there. I hope we get to see what this kid gets to do. It would make for a really good show. I truly think that if Pokemon starts putting out full episodes of content like this, where you have deep character dives, themes, this could be really powerful stuff. Like Avatar. Make a show that's as good as Avatar, but about Pokemon that doesn't follow Ash. Do something like that. You can make a really good show, but it requires voice acting, good music, and it can be done. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of this show, guys. What's your favorite moment in all this Twilight Wings? Do you hope that they do more? Tell me about what you thought about this. I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, guys, have a great day and enjoy yourselves. Bye bye.